Hey there, Variety here. Welcome to today's video in which we're going to be talking about the Season 1 release date, and we're going to be talking about some of the information released from the Tarisland devs regarding items that will and will not work in Season 1. So I'm sure up till now, you, along with many other people, have been saving up items such as tools, reputation items, and other items like this, hoping that they will work in Season 1. Today, we got much more information and clarification on what will and will not work, which we will discuss in this video. Before we get to that, though, I want to show you the Season 1 trailer and announce the launch date for China, and global will be, 1 to 2 weeks after China, just like it was in Season 0. So let's have a look at the trailer. Okay, so as you saw there, on the 17th of October 2024 will be the date that Tarisland Season 1 launches on China. As I mentioned earlier, it's been confirmed or soft confirmed that global will be released 1 to 2 weeks after, just like it released for Season 0. So the global version will be somewhere between, the 20th and the 30th of October. Okay, so I'm going to provide a link below the video so you can read this for yourself if you want. But for now, I'm going to go over some of the things that are not going to work, just to give you an idea of, what not try to do for Season 1. Okay, so one of the things most of us were trying to do, or many of us at least, we were trying to save up reputation items, and we were going to use them on Season 1 to get a lot of reputation. As you can see here, I have 70 scrolls. They have confirmed that this will not work and that you need new reputation items in the new season, because the new season acts like an expansion and has new areas and new reputation, which can only be obtained by doing new content or using new scrolls from the new season. So if you have those, they're going to be converted to silver. Okay, so let's talk about talents. So every class has its talents. These talents, the base ones that we have right now, they're going to be adjusted and changed. Now, when I get more information on exactly what's being adjusted, I will let you know. But for now, we're not really clear on exactly how the base talents are going to be changed. But these are going to be changed, and we're going to get new talents on top, right? So each class, depending on how much they change them and add new ones, they're going to play fundamentally different in Season 1 than they did in Season 0. For this reason, I'm going to do a video showing the gameplay of every class all stringed together for Season 1 to help you select your class, but that will come a little bit later on. Okay, so next up, let's talk about gear. So the gear, I'm sure you've all been wondering, will it transfer over to Season 1? The TLDR is no. Basically, it'll act like an expansion, just like World of Warcraft, if you've played it, where the higher level gear will just be more powerful than everything that you have right now. So there are some things you're going to keep, for example, your gems, but they're going to be irrelevant because there's going to be higher tier gems that you get straight away in the season, and your affixes and prefixes and stuff like this can't be transferred off this gear. So honestly, it's effectively completely pointless. You might use it to level up, which doesn't take long, but the second you start doing dungeons, all this is just going to get wiped out. Okay, so let's talk about the inscription tree. So the inscription tree is going to get a change and additional areas, and the emblems are going to change. So what they mentioned is that people that have purple level 10 emblems, if you have 5 of these, they're going to give you up to 5 purple emblem chests in Season 1. Honestly, at the beginning, they might kind of have some value, but before long, basically no value. If you have a rare emblem, you'll get a box in which you can choose what emblem you have, but really the value is nil. So if you're worried about people getting an advantage by taking, the emblems or their inscription dust or like anything like that into Season 1, That's not going to happen. They've addressed it. It's getting wiped out, and very, very minor rewards are given to people that currently have good emblems from Season 0. So new players starting in Season 1 will not be at a disadvantage. Okay, so next up, let's talk about military ranks in PvP. So as you guys would know, with my videos, I focused on PvE. There was way more speedrunning and stuff to do than I thought there would be, so I never really had the time or the motivation to get into PvP in Season 0. So I don't really have any of the currency myself, but your currency, your ranks, and everything else are going to get wiped out for PvP, so it's going to be a completely fresh start. Okay, so let's talk about tools, bombs, and res items. So if you have actively been playing, you'll know that you have items that can resurrect your teammates, you have bombs that can stun and do damage, and you have S1 tools. So these here that you use to gather profession items. So you're going to need Season 1 specific items in Season 1, so these are not going to be relevant, and they're going to be converted into silver, I believe. So saving these items to Season 1, it's not going to do anything for you. Okay, next up is the guild store and the friend store. So if we open up the store here, we go down to here, and go down to the social shop. So these points are going to get wiped out and get converted to silver. Your Destiny shop is going to get wiped out, and they're going to allow you to use your points to get a lot of silver. Basically, they're wiping everything to prevent you from taking a Season 1, and in exchange, they're giving you a bunch of silver. Now, that may sound good or bad, depending on how you look at it. From a new player's perspective, silver is good, right? Because you need silver, and we used a lot of it in Season 0. But as the season goes along, it's not really something you struggle with. Like, we just spent a bunch of fish, so it's really not any kind of advantage. And for people that are getting the silver, the silver's nice. You can buy yourself some, some fish and whatnot, but it's really not going to give you any kind of advantage. It's just a little bit of, a quality of life, a little bit of ease. But I'm sure they're going to give new players plenty of silver anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So basically everything is going to be wiped and or converted to silver, so you're not really going to be able to take anything over to Season 1. However, there is an event currently running, which I did on the previous video, in which they're encouraging... Am I on the global version? I am. They're basically encouraging people to max out the reputation and to complete the achievements, because the achievement rewards are coming up. So any of the, the skins and the mounts and stuff like that you got from Season 0... you'll be unable to obtain them in Season 1, right? So they'll carry over and you'll get to keep them, but people that join in Season 1 will not be able to go backwards and get the old mounts and the old skins and stuff like that, so they'll become a rarity of sorts. So over the next couple of videos, we're going to be talking about the new content rather than what you can take into Season 1, so such as the new dungeons, the new raids, the guild bosses, the potential new class, and a bunch of other things that will be changed between now and Season 1. So expect that information in the next couple of videos between now and the official launch on China on the 17th of October. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.